Okay, Coach, they indeed love their football here in upstate New York as you look inside of New Era Field in Orchard Park. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Buffalo Bills. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The mic, boy, 47. Check. Half. Hey, they're scared.
Now here's the first carry for Ameer Abdullah. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Allen to throw it. This a screen to Abdullah. And some room to run now. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Mike 47, they're not ready for this. They're not ready for this. They still together.
They go play action here on first down. He'll get this one to Switzer. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Finding room to the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Ameer Abdullah, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Ready? I'm coming after you.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money, because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Check right 47. Check right 47.
To the air, Allen. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now Allen. That's going to be caught by Reed. Touchdown, Buffalo. Jordan Reed, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Well, they have to be loving this start to the first quarter.
Well, the way that they're going, I mean, you're talking about 2 touchdown drives already. They feel very confident and feel like they have all the answers in this game. They're 1 point away from going up 14-0. Maybe they press the advantage and go for 2.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 37 yards.
First down, Saints.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On play action, it's Garoppolo. He gets it to Thomas. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the play. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth, when the ball's arriving and there's a...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 15-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Well, they're making a real first quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Looking downfield for Jones. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Allen now on the out. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. Now a play fake here on first down. Letting one go deep. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Christian Kirk, his third touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, Shaw. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the Bills' 31-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On play action, now Garoppolo. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
So after the INT, it's Allen. That's complete. It's Corey Clement. The 40, 30, past the 20, and he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 76 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
Check 25, check 25. Back. Regular.
Now it's Smith. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining. Coach, we're just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at New Era Field in Orchard Park, New York. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Buffalo Bills. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. On play action, Allen. He's got this complete to Ryan Switzer. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 20-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. A first carry for Amir Abdullah. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Throwing is Allen on third. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. This is taken at the 23. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
Here we go.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
Here we go, here we go. 180! Set the tone, defense, let's go.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Well, they work this well upfield across the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss. But with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now this time, Allen will throw. Man open, it's St. Brown has got it. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Allen now on 1st down. Now they go screen. It's complete. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Amir Abdullah, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Thomas has got it, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down.
1st down, Saints.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for the Saints. 45 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Eli Harrell, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. There's Garoppolo to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Murray. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. That's caught. It's Thomas. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Marvin Jones. Incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore there defensively.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that will be incomplete. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds. These two teams all tied after one. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where
And got his man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So with a big gainer anyways, they'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
White.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
And that takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So the sack of Garoppolo, and now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Into a double team, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
56.
From the gun, it's Allen. Going to go to Clement here out of the backfield. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Drop deep, drop deep.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. They'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Allen now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
5 wide. 56 to Mike.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Middle.
They'll try to run it in with Abdullah. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Equanimeous St. Brown, but now it's 3rd and goal.
3rd down and 6 yards to go.
The Bills on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Now Allen. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
Fairbairn able to put this one through, and the Bills have taken the lead. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive, but you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. You end up having to take 3 there.
And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Watch that in. Watch that in. Tight end right.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo completes it to the fullback, Ham. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
Here we go. 180! Flag!
On play action, it's Garoppolo. Looking long for Thomas. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That was Jordan Poyer, the safety, in for the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Here we go.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will knot us up at 10. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find
he's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Call that a 96-yard house call on the kick return as his guys are able to regain the lead. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
One, Omaha. 80 weapons. Check 24. Check 24. Check.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Let's go.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Garoppolo now. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. He's got Smith here. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Lutz with the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get...
Amir Abdullah, the 30, the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Amir Abdullah, as the first half is winding down, as his guys have now moved out in front. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Traquan Smith in the final seconds of the first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. Big shot downfield. No. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
56. Let's go, deep. Middle.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaq Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Allen off the play fake. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. To throw is Garoppolo. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo as they have taken the lead. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
180.
56, right there.
Tight.
Let's go, defense.
Throwing is Allen on third. It's caught. Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Allen. He's going to rifle one deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Here we go. 180.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick six. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Here we go.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Garoppolo looking long for time. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 48. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Allen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down.
Check it backer, check it backer.
On third down, here comes Clement, and he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up fourth.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down. Here's Thomas Morstead now. Back now in Buffalo. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
21.
Give me some. 49, guys. Mike, 49.
Garoppolo going to go on fourth down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. A shotgun handoff. This is Murray now. The tackle made by Levi Wallace.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 22-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
21.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the fourth.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Amir Abdullah, his third touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And again this time to the tailback. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At their 48-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 180! Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Saints on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. But here's a late flag, and a face mask is going to get a much better starting position. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
So the face mask gets him a free 15 to start the drive.
Let's go. Watch the eye. Check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Leads to 3rd and 11.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Allen to throw it. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check three.
Here's Allen. Well, he stays up. Flush to his right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Now Garoppolo. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The tight end Josh Hill was the target, and it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up 2nd down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a man open down the middle of the field. 22 yards there, a first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And an alley to run. And down inside the 15 he goes. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
12.
He's back to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
12, here we go.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
All day, dog.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
56. 56. Quit talking about it and bring it. What?
Now this time, Allen will throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Intended for Equanimeous St. Brown.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Right. He's done right. Right. Three down.
Allen to throw. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Allen. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. This is Armstead on the carry, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On first down, again they go with Armstead. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. 9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down. It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. They go back to Abdullah on first. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Nice hit, boy.
What can Allen do now with his drive? Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction.
It's going to be a long day. Month 56. Month 56.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There was nothing available there for him.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Following the penalty, it's Murray. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed a big hit for a loss. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now Armstead. He won't go down. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They run it with Armstead. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. But we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance out field goals from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for New Orleans, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.